Yeah, yeah.
Shh.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm.
You're fired.
Thank God.
Oh my God. You ruin everything you touch.
I don't even
Honestly, don't even know how you tie your shoes and get into work in the morning. So I'm really excited to kind of make this big announcement here, which we've been working on for years. It doesn't actually have to do anything really so much with Doctor's Management Service, but it's more of a personal project. So we're setting up a pediatric medical and mental health practice. It's going to be a local practice in Massachusetts, and we're working out the details, probably looking to open up in the very first couple of months of next year. So here's what we're looking to do. Jaden?
I'm paying attention.
You're paying attention? Good. Basically, my partner and I, who we will be having on one of our chat things, what is it called? Anxiety cues?
No.
No? Tim Talks?
Yep.
So here's the idea. We're looking to kind of like flip the scripts a little bit on how pediatric healthcare is provided. We're not looking to really kind of segment out medical from mental health. We're calling it all healthcare. We're not going to separate the patients based on what we need. The idea is that because on the medical side, there's very little information on the mental health as far as from an education standpoint that's provided to medical professionals, whether they're nurse practitioners, doctors, anyone. So we're going to make sure that we have social workers that are on staff full time, and they are going to be providing case studies to the medical professionals. So the cool thing about this, Jaden, is that we're going to have case studies. So like, whereas anxiety presenting in a 4-year-old is very different than a 14-year-old, and most pediatricians won't really be able to diagnose that immediately or be able to understand like the signs and the differentials. So what we're going to have is constant case studies for our clinicians. So when the counselors talk about what they're seeing, the medical professionals, the nurse practitioners or the doctors will be able to then get ideas and have live conversations in a group format to discuss the best way to care for the patients and who might be a good consult. So what we see all the time in pediatric medicine is there are children who go misdiagnosed for years, and they have, whether it's like for eating disorders, panic disorders, like how many people do you know that could have used counseling a lot earlier than when they actually got it? Actual question.
A lot of people without them even realizing.
Right. Like I know people like in their 30s that are just like, oh my God, what if like I wish I realized this, or I wish I started counseling at a younger age, and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people who have children or friends who have children that, you know, something got diagnosed much later. Also on the medical side, we're going to have an in-house lab because I mean, as a parent, it is so annoying when, you know, you go to a pediatric place and they're like, oh, well, you know, if you want this kind of test, you're going to have to go over to, you know, Quest or wherever and go get your labs done over there. So we're going to have a very comprehensive laboratory internally. So like for anything from like, you know, STD testing, for Lyme disease, for, you know, you name it, we're going to have it all under one roof so that if you just want to wait 5-10 minutes to get those labs run, we're going to get it done and get you an answer immediately, and you're going to be able to do it all in-house. And we're not going to send you off to, we're not going to say, okay, well, we have a list of counselors that you might be able to see. We're going to have the counselors staffed there full time so that you will be seeing your pediatrician, you'll see your counselor under the same roof. It'll be consistent care. You don't get passed off to somebody else. You don't have huge waiting. Like a lot of people are waiting for 4 to 6 months to see a counselor and often need it immediately. So I think this is going to be very, and we're going to have telehealth. We're going to have like digital check-in. So it's going to be kind of like the airport experience. So you walk in, you just, you know, slide your credit card or whatever. You can just pay the copay there. You don't have to go up to registration or anything like that. We will obviously have that. We're getting a lot of the final pieces together. We're going to make this extremely kid-friendly, kid-centric for not just like young children, but also for teenagers. And we're going to have a lot more updates as we get closer, but I think I want to have my partner come in, have one of those Tim Talks so she can talk more on the clinical side of what it's going to be like. But I just know from one of my big focuses from the patient experience to make sure that we create a system that's inspirational, and we are going to be publishing the results of this, and we're going to hope that others completely rip off our idea and make copycat pediatric clinics so that we actually kind of transform the landscape of how pediatric medicine is being done, because there's a lot of integrative models that have come out, none of them that I think are really inspirational or really doing a great job to capture the mental health side of it. And I know how to do this, my partner knows how to do this, and it's a great connection. I think we're going to make a hell of a team, and I think we're going to really hammer it down.
Where did you
get that? Yeah. I mean,
Why did you grab that?
There's always a prop. There's always a prop. So anyway, I have someone that picks those things up. But yeah, so I think this is going to be really cool, and it's going going to be super fun. So we're going to have a lot of updates as we get closer to this. So this is more of a mission for me personally to really kind of improve the behavioral mental health side, get rid of any kind of stigmas, have everything kind of mixed in. I mean, like, we're going to have counseling rooms right next to the exam rooms. So like even just physically, the social workers will be rubbing elbows with the clinicians. We're just going to really kind of make it so that it's a very an actual integrated process. That should be awesome for the patients. Great communication with the families and stuff like that. Sound good?
Sounds actually really good. Usually, I'm not gonna lie, you talk in these videos, and I really try my hardest to keep up. But this one, I actually was listening.
This is like something I've been wanting to do for the last like 3 years. So I feel
like it's important, especially with COVID too. I feel like set back the mental health industries.
There's a lot there. So I think that what we're gonna do is create something that's gonna be pretty intense, and it's going to wake a lot of people up. So we're going to start like recruiting physicians, nurse practitioners, medical assistants, social workers. We're right about to get started doing that. So if you know people who are in the area, we're probably looking somewhere in like probably in the Stoughton area. Stoughton, Massachusetts is probably where we're going to be locating, or in one of those surrounding towns. So if you're interested, drop me a line.
Yeah, it's